This is Dan Vollmer with RE/MAX First Olympic. Today is Friday, January the 27th, and I want to talk to you today about forms and documents. Very exciting topic, I know. I was chosen to serve on this task force that is reviewing all of our current contracts in light of some changes that are coming, which isn't important. But let me tell you, if you're in real estate and you do this full time, to sit down and scrutinize and analyze every contract and document we use is onerous, to say the least. If you were not in real estate, this would be achingly boring. But it is important and it's necessary because these forms and documents have a lot of protections and important elements for both buyers and sellers. Now, I was thinking about this. We have some agents in our association, a fair number, I believe, who have been licensed roughly as long as I've been alive. And we've got a few, just a couple of brokers, who have been licensed. I think they got their licenses right around the time my parents were born. Okay, so we have seasoned agents in our association. And that's good, because you want their input. They're very knowledgeable, they're very experienced. And I was thinking, I wonder what contracts must have looked like, 50 and 60 years ago. I'm imagining it was probably something like a 3x5 card, where you would just put your name, and here's what I want to pay for your house, and I'll be back on this date with my money. And that must have been about it, These days we have contracts and addendums and disclosures and more addendums, and then if you buy a foreclosed property, then they're going to have a whole packet of addendums and disclosures and stuff that they can and can't do. So it's pretty extensive. Here's what I want to say. If you're a buyer, you're going to sign probably 6 or 7 or 8, different documents. And you want to make sure you understand what you're signing. There's a lot of things in there that protect you. There's some things in there that you need to make decisions about. And you want to make sure that you have a full understanding of it. Now, as agents, we are not able to give legal advice. Although, once you sign this contract and present it to the other party, if they sign it, it's a legally binding document. So we can't give legal advice, but we should be able to explain to you all the elements and the aspects of the documents you're agreeing to. If your agent is not able to explain a certain aspect, maybe you have a particular question, they're like, I'm not exactly sure. Give them a little bit of grace, let them go find their broker and come back and flesh out a good answer so that you're satisfied about it. Now, if they're unfamiliar with wholesale passages, or if they try to gloss over entire sections of contracts, there may be some cause for concern there. But otherwise, trust your agent and let them give you some good advice. If you're a seller, of course, you're going to have 2 rounds. You're going to have the round where you sign the listing paperwork, which is admittedly not a lot of documentation. But you still want to make sure you're making the right decisions and that you're aware of who represents who and what you're agreeing to and what you're extending to buyers in our area. Of course, the second round will be when you get your offer, and you want to make sure your agent explains every aspect of that to you as well. So just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you know what you're signing. If you have questions, please ask them. And if you need legal advice, you're, of course, always free and encouraged to seek it out. If you have questions or thoughts about this, I'd welcome your input. You can email me, dan@danvollmer.com. You can find me on Facebook or on Twitter. Visit my website, danvollmer.com, and I like to post real estate articles, and once a week I put a column up there about my insights about our local market. So I'd love for you to check that out. And of course, you can always call me at 434-420-1238. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this, and I hope you have a great day.